Hello guys, back up at the flying field again. Got the Spitfire out, got a couple of 3D planes as well. Got the FMS F-Spatch, runs on a 4S. Really good plane, really good value for money. Over to the left here we've got another FMS plane. This is the Votech. This runs on a 6S. You would have seen this in the beginning of the video. We'll get some more video of this flying obviously later on in the video, but we just obviously wanted to show the initial planes what we got up here today. Spitfire here. Wanted to get some flight footage of it flying with the new power setup in there, just to show you the difference on the you know, the speed and performance with obviously the different prop and obviously the bigger motor in there. So we'll get cracking and hopefully enjoy it. Right, so we've had a bit of an accident with the Spitfire. Again, another mark down for dynam. The elevator servo failed and it stuffed it into the ground. As you can see, it's a non-repairable one, but these things do happen. It was a good smash, wasn't it? But yeah, but at least you can see the power system now. Look, there's the Turnigy motor, there's the red brick. Look. Yeah. Flew like a brick. So now we're going to get some hopefully less eventful footage with the Votech. As I said, this runs on a 6S, and it's a fairly well built plane actually.
Got 35 C4000 nanotech in it.
Yep. What sort of flight times are you getting out of that?
Between 5 to 7 minutes for throttle management.
Yeah. I mean, as you can see, the control surfaces on this are just absolutely crazy.
High rates.
You can paddle a canoe with that. Now this plane has got absolute bundles of power. When you actually buy this plane, it comes with a wooden prop, and my buddy found that when he first installed the prop onto the plane, it wasn't balanced very well, so he was getting a lot of vibration. So if you do buy one of these, just obviously be aware of that. Just obviously make sure that prop's balanced. But I mean, as you can see, it's a really capable plane. And the nice part about this plane is it tends to fly the same speed no matter what direction you're flying it in, whether you're pulling straight up, you know, doing a knife edge, or flying, you know, flat out across the flying field. It's just, it has got a really good power plant in this plane. Now there has been a few people that have said that these are a bit fragile on the tail wheel, and that, you know, sometimes they're a bit, you know, as I say, they're a bit fragile, and the tail wheel tends to bust off. I haven't had any issues with this one. Obviously, being a 3D plane, sometimes they're not the easiest to land, and this has had a couple of hard landings and has had no problems with it at all. Another thing a lot of people were saying was the battery hatch was a bit small. Again, I mean, obviously the batteries that are in it, you know, are sort of 4000 size 6S, so you know they're fairly hefty, and had no issues with getting the battery in and out, and obviously getting it strapped down and nice and solid in the battery tray. But as you can see, it just flies absolutely flawless. And I mean, there's a little bit of wind here today, not a lot, but there's a little bit, and it just pulls through it. Doesn't have any issues at all. See that, straight up, lots of power, straight into a hover in the wind. And the thing is, this plane, because it is quite a large, you know, large plane, I think this has got a 1400mm wingspan, but the actual fuselage itself is probably the same length as the wing, and it's got such a presence in the air. You know, I mean, you really, once it's up and you kind of whizzing it about, it's a really good looking plane. As you can see, loads of power. Look at that. So again, got the S-Batch here now. Obviously on low rates, this is obviously ideal for taking off and stuff. You don't really want the high rates on for taking off, really, unless you're kind of really experienced with it. I'm not experienced in any way whatsoever. But again, as I say, for taking off and stuff, you know, low rates, and it's still got plenty of movement, you know, as it goes. Plenty of expo on there. We've got 3 stage of rates there, so you've got mid rates there, so that's getting up to a bit more of extreme. Again, plenty of expo. You're looking at about probably 75% expo on obviously the roll rate, and obviously the elevator as well. And then full rates is just crazy nutcase mode. Right, so let's get this up there. Power. That's on low rates. Flick it up into high rates now. And as you can see, the roll rate on that is just ridiculous. Obviously with that expo, you can still fly it nice and, you know, slow. You haven't got to worry about any kind of judderiness or jitteriness from the plane. With these 3D planes, because of the way the wing is designed, they fly flat in any direction. So even if you're inverted, as long as the plane's trimmed out properly, you shouldn't get any kind of pull on the nose at all. Lost you. This has got an insane roll rate, these planes.
Yeah, bro. There she goes.
so we don't absolutely annihilate it. Now with these planes, because of the style of them and the way they kind of fly, to land them can be an absolute pain in the arse. Now this is either going to go well or go badly.
Hop, skip and a jump and we're down.
Another good plane from FMS, isn't it?
Yeah, awesome planes.
Lovely. Right, well that was the S batch from FMS. I think this is a 1300mm wingspan across here. So brilliant looking plane. If I was niggly about it, again, it would be the battery tray that was a bit small. Sometimes the gear can be a bit finicky. With obviously them covers on there, they can catch when you're landing and stuff, but again, once you obviously get used to it, it gets a lot easier. When you get them out of the box, they're not packaged very well. I had a little bit of distortion on the control surfaces, on the ailerons and stuff, when I got it out, a bit of paint chipping off. Again, I mean, it was something really finicky really, but again, when you're buying a plane brand new, it's not something that you want to have to muck about with. Tray at the bottom there for obviously all your bits and pieces, your receiver and obviously all your wires and stuff. You know, it's all tucked away really nice. All the hatches, you know, are magnetic and they're absolutely solid. Metal gear servos, all digital, and it's all you know, like balling joiners on there as well, so everything is really smooth. But yeah, lovely plane. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers for watching, guys. Cheers.